Well, you can't see much on our Sky 9 camera. This is supposed to be looking over downtown, but downtown is nowhere to be seen because of the dense fog. Still seeing that here in Baton Rouge. I mean, quarter-mile visibility near Baton Rouge and Gonzales. Elsewhere looks to be improving. Visibility looking good now in Hammond, down in Patterson, and Homa also improving in New Orleans. So the National Weather Service did decide to extend the dense fog advisory for another hour at 10 a.m., mainly for areas kind of hugging the I-10, I-12 corridor, because that's where we're seeing the dense fog that's still there this morning. Temperatures, though, still nice, comfortable. Mid-60s, 65 here in Baton Rouge and Gonzales, a little bit warmer in Hammond at 66 or 67 in Macomb. But by the afternoon, especially around lunchtime, it'll be much warmer. So upper 70s by noon, mixture of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon, but temperatures should top out in the low 80s once again today. Very similar feel to yesterday. Once the sun sets, though, temperatures will be more comfortable, falling into the low 60s or 70s. The other thing is I do expect fog to develop once again overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. So here's 6:30. Again, the modeling doesn't do a good job at pinpointing where the dense fog will develop, but moral of the story, it looks like fog will be possible again tomorrow morning, and I think that'll be the case again for Wednesday. Again, that fog model showing dense fog popping up both Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. I think that'll be the case through Thursday because we're really not seeing much change in the weather pattern until Friday into the weekend. So what I'm talking about is that in water vapor, we're still underneath a ridge of high pressure. That's what's leading to the dry weather and also the warm up that we've been feeling. But off towards the west, we have a counterclockwise swirl here near Denver. That's a upper level low. But we've also have one that's moving into the west coast near San Francisco. That's going to be the one that we're going to see a change in the weather pattern, and by that I mean sparking a more active pattern later this work week. So the low will jump to the north, and really we're not going to see much, just going to flatten out that ridge, just going to keep us warm and dry. By midweek Wednesday, though, I think we have a possibility of touching the mid-80s because that ridge is going to strengthen. Off towards the west, here comes that upper level low. This is going to drive a cold front through the south, and I do think we have potential of seeing some storms arriving by Thursday and especially into Friday morning. So rain potential through the next 7 days, while the bullseye looks to be to our north and west into parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, North Louisiana, but it's trending eastward with each run from the Weather Prediction Center. So now, on average, in terms of rain totals, 1 to 2 inches across South Louisiana, a little bit less as you go further towards the southeast. But we certainly need the rain because we are seeing those abnormally dry conditions across South Louisiana, even some areas of drought. But until late week, we're keeping it dry and warm, possibly some areas of fog. Once we get to Thursday and Friday, a bit more active pattern will make a return. Liz, Matt?
All right, so thanks, appreciate it.